Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy ChronicTurbo with ChronicTurbo Reviews, and here today we have a 2026 Cadillac IQ Sport. Everything this vehicle is packaged with is absolutely insane. We are going to be doing a review on this one today. It is absolutely gorgeous. I can't get enough of it, but that's enough of talking about that. Let's go ahead and get into the review. First, I want to give a shout out to my boy Justin over at Huston Cadillac GMC in Lake Wales. I'll put their information in the video and the description. You can be able to go onto their website, see what they got going on. But they have a ton of vehicles, excellent prices. Trust me, they treat you very well. I know a lot of dealerships tend to mark up. You don't have to worry about that here. It's family owned. They've been here for over 50 years. These guys are absolutely amazing. I don't work with predatory dealerships. That is one thing you would know about me. I don't care how big I get. I would never work with predatory dealerships. I'm sorry. It's bad for the brand. It's bad for what I like to do, being a former car salesman. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into this review. Now, straight up, this is called Luna Metallic for the color. It's like a nice smoky gray. It's absolutely beautiful to look at. And of course, you have full LEDs for your headlights up here. This all lights up. Everything is just fully beautiful, gorgeous, massive grille. And like I said, this is an EV, but you do have some slots down here. You know, you have your AC bits and everything back there. So you got to keep some things cool, of course. Nice front grille, beautiful. It lights up as well also. But it's daytime, so I don't have it illuminated right now. It's kind of hard to see and show to you guys. And also you have big, massive 24-inch wheels on here as well. Just take a look at that. Absolutely insane. And you have four-wheel turning. So not just the front wheels, the rear wheels turn as well on this vehicle. So when you're parking or you're trying to maneuver something this large, you have that extra help. And of course, you have 275s on the front, 275s on the rear. But like I said, 24 inches in total. So baller status, baby. Complete baller status. Let me go ahead and step back. You do have this silver trim right here with a turn signal indicated right there. Nice bada bing, bada boom. You got your nice chromed out Cadillac logo. It's a dark finish chrome, which is nice. And as for the side skirts themselves, you do have gloss black with a flat black step with some more gloss black underneath. Not sure how that'll hold up the rock chips, as you can see. But it's beautiful. You do have your camera right there, body cutter right there, and then there's also painted in black for the top portion. You do have, of course, blind spot monitoring systems on this vehicle. You know, keyless entry, push button start, not push button start, remote start. Everything you could possibly think of. I mean, we'll talk about the price and you'll see why. This vehicle has it. It has everything and then some. And of course, we'll come around to the back. 1000 E4. That's what we're working with here. This is pretty much, it doesn't mean it has 1,000 horsepower. Let's just get that out the way. It has a lot of horsepower, but it doesn't have 1,000. This is just more like a placard, you know, to just show you got something special. And of course, Huston Cadillac, that's where we're at right now. Like I said, it's already in the description. I already posted the information in the video. If you want to come buy this vehicle, that's where you have to go. As you can see up here, you do have your windshield wiper blade. It is tucked in. I like to see that. I love when vehicles have that option because you see it all too often where they just put it down here. But on something as luxurious and large as this, you want it up there. And of course, you have your rear view camera and your backup camera. So you do have a camera for your rear view mirror and your backup camera back here. So you're able to look through the camera whenever you're backing up or just driving around the city in general. So that is nice to see. And it is an Escalade. So you do have your IQ badge and your Escalade badge right there as well. Cadillac logo. Let me go ahead and step back, give you a good look at the vehicle. All LEDs for the tail lights. Very large. I like this swooping design that it has that goes around. It's really striking to look at, honestly. And you have these these individual LEDs. When you see it when it's on at night, it's actually incredible, honestly. This is your charging port right here. Like I said, this is a full EV. Let me go ahead and just close that back up. Come on, close. Like I said, I leave everything in, guys. I don't just do reviews and keep it all perfect and sweet. I'm going to make mistakes, but we're going to talk about the EV battery. It is 200 kilowatt hours, and it has about 465 miles of range. That's actually not bad at all. That is pretty damn decent. That amount of range is pretty much unheard of, but on something this large, you would kind of need it. I'm pretty sure you're going to be doing road trips in this vehicle. It has enough space to carry around your family. And I will climb into the third row to show you what that's like. I hate doing that. That's why I gagged at it, but I'll do it because I love you guys. But first, let's go ahead and pop the trunk, and we'll talk about the trunk space and what you have back there as well. So I just come back here. I do have the key, by the way. I am prepared, as always, as long as I could get it out of my pocket. But key fob right here. All you have to do, press this twice, opens right on up. All right. Total cargo capacity, we're looking at 23.6 cubic feet of space. And then with the second row folded down, you get about 69.1. And with all the rows folded, 119.1 cubic feet of space. That is absolutely terrific. It's a ton of space, no matter how you look at it, even though you have a smaller opening, because this is more of a sport back design for an SUV. It's not as large as your traditional Escalade, but you still could fold your seats down. Of course, press this button right here. Gets ready to make sure they drop forward. And you just press like that. Boom, folds right on down. Now, you can bring them back up. I do have to move that seat up on that side. That's why that pop all the way back up, but you do have that option. And if you press this twice, it brings forward the second row. Like I said, seats a little bit further back than normal, so you can't get it to work perfectly every time. All right, all the seats are back up. We're pretty much good to go on that front. Let's talk about some more of the charging accessories that you get with this vehicle. Of course, you do have an included 11.5 kilowatt onboard charging, has about 22 miles of range per hour. And you do have an optional 19.2 kilowatt charger, adding up to 36 miles per hour on this particular trim. That is available. And of course, it's capable of 800 volt DC fast charging, adding up to 117 miles of range in just 10 minutes. I'll say not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's go ahead and step back. Let's talk about the front cargo capacity. And then we're going to hop in that last row. Pray for me, guys. Oh, first, let's talk about the dimensions as well. Like I said, it is a large vehicle, but I know you're wondering, how large, Turbo? Well, I'm about to tell you right now. But go ahead and get ready to pick up your jaw from the floor when you hear how massive this vehicle actually is when I go ahead and get into these dimensions. We're talking about an overall length of 224.3 inches, a wheelbase of 136.2, a width of 82.4, a height of 76.1. That is absolutely insane. This vehicle is huge. When I tell you it is huge, it is massive. You know, you're sitting there wondering, like, oh my God, like, why would I buy something that's so big? Because you have a big family and you want to ride around like a baller, you get something like this. That's why you would get something that's so big. Duh. Why else would you do it? But of course, curb weight is approximately 9,000 to 9,100 pounds. So it's a heavy boy, as with most EVs, especially of one of this size. What do you really expect? Almost 10,000 pounds, guys. Yeah, it's a heavy boy. Don't let it run over your foot. Be careful when you're driving over certain bridges if you're scared. I'm just playing. You don't have to worry about nothing like that. If it can't handle a 10,000 pound vehicle, I don't know what to tell you. You probably need to move somewhere else. But let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to pop that front. We're going to talk about what you get under here as well. As you can see, back to the key fob. Just press this twice. Go ahead and lift that up. Massive front trunk space. 12.2 cubic feet of space. 12.2. When I say suitcase, you could put a suitcase in here. You could put a child in. Pause. When I say that, I mean like if you go to like tailgate or something, or let's just forget I said that. But of course, you have a home style outlet as well. You have these little cargo securement hooks because you can get a cargo net if you put your groceries up front. Does get pretty hot up here, but not so crazy as if it would on a gasoline car, where if you had like a C8 and you had to store things near the engine in the back. So it's not too crazy, but naturally it's going to get hot if it's exposed to the sun and you live in a hotter climate like I do in South Florida. Or actually I'm in Central Florida, but you get what I'm saying. Windshield wiper fluid, this is where you insert that at. Like I said, it's an EV. There's nothing else for you to really look at up here. So we're going to go ahead and get it closed back. You just press the key fob. You just press the button twice again. And it'll close right back down. And you have to hold it. If you don't hold it, it will stop. That's why I wanted to show you guys that, because I know you're going to make that mistake. And you're going to be like, oh, well, Turbo, you said it'll close down if I... Nope, I said you have to hold it. But let's go ahead and get into the third row. And I'll show you what the space is like back there. That's how you do it. See, stupidity at its finest. But like I said, I'm not going to cut with me walking in. I'm going to show you what it's like for someone that's 6'1", really big like me, what it's like for someone like me to get in. Stepping right on in. Vehicle does not move at all because it is damn near 10,000 pounds. I'm not heavy enough to move a vehicle like this. But now that we're inside, I'm pretty comfortable back here. Am I sitting behind myself? No, but I could move the seat a little bit back and still have decent amount of leg room. I got room to wiggle. As you can see, looking around back here. For the money, the materials could be better, if you ask me. It is hard touch right here. You do have a cup holder and a USB Type-C. Armrest is slightly padded. But, like I said, it could be a little bit better. You do have this nice design that you're starting to see on Cadillacs nowadays, integrated into the design philosophy. But very Spartan. Not too crazy. You do have some AC vents up top. You do have 3, so 1 for each seat, which is nice. LED lighting going across. The panoramic roof does not reach all the way back here, sadly. But that's okay. That is totally fine, because screw those kids. But if you want to get out, you just press this button right here. First, you want to fold the seat head down, of course. And then you just pull on this lever right here. Slings right on forward. As you can see, I just hopped right on out. See, I didn't fall, guys. I got this, guys. I know what I'm doing. Somewhat. Right? Slide the seat back. We're going to go ahead and hop into this second row. Now, we're in the second row. Hi, guys. As you can see me right there, pretty big guy, right? But I fit back here just fine. Headroom, pretty decent. Boom. Let me sit the headrest back so I can lean back a little bit. I'm pretty comfortable. Leg room. And if you look at the third row, I still could theoretically fit back there if I really wanted to. Oh my God, it's hot. There we go. Because what the heck? AC is finally on. I was burning up back here, guys. I'm so sorry about that. But very nice place to be. You do have soft touch materials back here. Nice little door handle. Very nice. Everything's solid. Nothing creaks. You do have the blue stitching on the black leather. Very nice wood grain in the door panel that is laminated, so you will get fingerprints on it. Silver trim right there as well. One of your speaker grills, I believe it's a 19 speaker system in here, so it's absolutely incredible that it has that many. I mean, what do you expect? It's a full-size Cadillac Escalade. I expect no less, right? Nice touch screens for the rear. You know, you have that rear passenger entertainment center as well. I'll talk about the pricing of the vehicle once we get up front. But right now, we're going to talk about some of the performance and horsepower, of course, because I didn't mention that when we went under and looked under the hood, but we got a total of 680 horsepower with up to 750 in sport mode, which is called Velocity Max. Torque is 615 pound-feet, and it's up to 785 in Velocity Max mode. 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, and honestly, towing capacity of 8,000 pounds ain't too bad. Ain't too shabby. Like I said, it's faster than your mom's car, my mom's car, everybody's mom's car. I know you're not beating this. Stop the cap. You don't have to lie. We know you don't have an SUV that is faster than this at this price point. Now, to these displays back here, I believe this is 12 inches, if I'm not mistaken, for these displays in the rear. Pretty nice resolution. Keep your kids and your guests entertained. And of course, they do have this beautiful panoramic roof that is covered right now. I'm not going to remove the cover because it's a pain in the ass to put it back. Sorry for my language, guys, but we're not going to talk about that too much, right? You do have 3-stage heated seats for the rear, which is nice. Wish it was cool. I mean, for over 6 figures, you would expect that, but what can you really say? What can you really say? Blue stitching going across, same thing as the third row. Very nice to look at. Perforated leather for your map pockets, fully enclosed. Whole seat is wrapped in soft touch material, but you do have leather map pockets. But the back of the seat is pretty sturdy, but it is nice to the touch. We're going to go ahead and hop into the first row. Oh, sorry, I didn't talk about this screen too much down here. Like I said, climate control is down here. You can control everything. I was too busy burning up to really say much about it. But yeah, that's pretty much how you control the temperature for the rear. And you do have 2 HDMI ports and 2 Type-C ports down there at the bottom. And you do have a home outlet as well. But, all right, first row time. Bye-bye. Of course, we are up front in the driver's seat of this 2026 Cadillac IQ Sport 1000 E4. Look at this, 55 inches in total of screenage. Wow. It's a ton. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a lot to take in. I usually dread doing these type of reviews because it's just so many features to go over. That's why I like to keep my reviews short, simple, and sweet, because I am not that guy. I'm sorry. The guy to go to do all that crap, it is just absolutely insane to me. But of course, we have 3-stage heated seats. You control that right here. You can control it for your back and your bottom for the heated seats. And for the cool seats, 3 stages as well. You do have 2-person memory seating, and you adjust your seat right here, just like you do on like a Mercedes. So it is nice to see that. It doesn't really bother me if it's on the side of the seat or right there anyway. And it's the same thing for the passenger side, so they're not left out. And of course, you go in here, you have plenty of storage, 2 Type-C ports, actually 3 Type-C ports and an HDMI with a 12-volt or cigarette charger, as I like to call it. I am a 90s baby. You do have a wireless charger pad for charging your cell phone or anything like that. Decent sized cup holder. You have a second wireless charger pad right there as well. You have some storage behind this screen right here. And this is your climate controls and basically all your creature comforts that you want to control. You can do it with this little screen right here. So it's nice to have that. Like I said, it can be a bit overwhelming. Your headlight controls are down here as well. As you know, with many GM products, you no longer have physical buttons for the headlight controls. You do have to find them on the screens. Sucks, but at this point, we got to just get over it, guys. I mean, there's nothing that's going to change. Let me go to our camera system. As you can see, you have that nice, crisp quality that you expect from GM products. And just look around at that camera system. It is absolutely gorgeous. You have your hitch camera, your standard, your overhead, your side. You have everything you could possibly need. The quality is absolutely amazing. Same thing for your rear vision camera, looking right out that back window through a camera system. You get to bypass all the heads in the second and third row, so you don't have to look at your snotty nosed brat sitting back there while you're trying to look out the rear. So no more screaming and telling your kids to sit down unless you want to. And I mean, just look around, man. It's a beautiful car to look at. You can control the screen from down here as well. You don't have to reach up because it is a long reach. I'm 6'1". I have decently long arms, but reaching up there is a bit much. So it is nice you can actually control it from this dial, and it's really responsive. The Chevrolet infotainment system has come a very long way. It is one of the best in the game. Is it as good as Uconnect 4? Hell yeah. I'll definitely say that. I mean, not Uconnect 4, Uconnect 5. It is as good. Of course, you do have, some self-driving features in here as well. As expected, that's your little sensor right there to detect your vision and make sure you're paying attention to what's going on, of course. Collision warning, heated steering wheel. Very nice to look at. You have your little V button right there. Of course, you have your voice controls right there, for talking to your Google Assistant or anything like that, because you do have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It is wireless as expected. Horn has a decent sound to it. Wrapped in leather, feels very nice. Steering wheel does have a unique look. I like it. I'm not even going to say it's bad or good. I like it, though. So the jury's out on how you guys may feel about it. But, of course, going down here, very nice. And you have that Santorini stitching. So it's black leather with Santorini, which is this blue stitching that you see going across everything as far as like the seats, the dash, or anything like that. That's what's that called. And, of course, you have another one of those. And I'm sorry I said 19 speakers. It's 22 speakers in here as well. So you do have that package. And speaking of packages, this vehicle, as it stands right now, is $127,000. That's actually not too crazy for what you're getting. Now, granted, you come to the dealership and, you got the gift of the gab. You might be able to get it for a little less, depending on how good you are. But come holler at my boys out at Huston. I talk about some Chrysler, Cadillac GMC. Talk to my boy Justin, and he'll be able to hook you up with this one or any others that they have on the lot. As you can see, there are a ton of vehicles out here. This is not the only one that they have. They do have others. So if you don't get this one, there will be other opportunities. Trust me. The open the glove box, you do have to press right here on the screen. I'm not sure if you can really pick it up, but there's a little sensor right there that you press that pops open the glove box down there. It's a bit annoying. I mean, it is slightly damped and lined with felt, so that is good. It's a pretty large size. You can fit a decent amount of things in there, and you can just get a glimpse of how large this vehicle is. It's really hard for me to reach over there, especially with this massive center console that you have going on right now. So it is nice to have a button right there, but like I said, it is a bit of a far reach to have to lean forward, touch that just to get in your glove box. But I'm not complaining. I would still be happy to own this. My wife loves this vehicle, as with anybody I show this car to. They all love it. It's absolutely beautiful. It is gorgeous times a million. Wood grain trim going across the whole entire dash and onto the doors. It is laminated, so you will get fingerprints on it. Same thing with the steering wheel. As you know, with most luxury vehicles, you're going to see a lot of gloss and a lot of lamination. It's to be expected at this point. Just clean it. If you have the money to buy this vehicle, you should be able to afford a detailer. I'm just being completely honest. And, of course, you have your trailer hitch controls right there. This is your stock for, controlling that EV transmission, reverse, neutral, drive, park. You have those features. It's your windshield wiper controls. Here's your trunk and front controls, along with your illumination settings for the actual screen itself. And this is how you raise and lower the height of the vehicle. If you want to have an easier time getting in, you can actually lower that. And here's your electronic parking brake right here as well. I mean, that's it, guys. Not a ton to talk about. Like I said, I don't do test drives. That takes way too much time, and it's too much liability involved. If I have a chance to drive a vehicle, that'll be a separate video. But I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. It was a real treat being able to review this vehicle, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.